Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for a run through of Aristeia. This is a game we got at Christmas, yeah, and we got the collector's edition.
Yeah, we did.
So we've got like a little gold ticket.
Yep. So we're going to be going through this. Or there it is.
There we go.
It's really hard to line off. We've got the camera in a different place. It's been a while since we've done a video actually.
It is actually. Yeah.
So hello. Happy New Year to everyone.
We're still
it has
here.
been a little while. We are still here. Just various things have gotten in the way. But today we're going to play Aristeia.
Something you can't ever say.
I just said it.
Because you've had it in front of you.
Because I can read it. As long as I can see the word, I can say it. And if I try and remember the word, no, it doesn't work. I end up calling it anything else. But we're going to run through the how to play guide. We're going to play out the first turn, as it says in the how to play guide, and then we might continue the game, just playing the game. But if you've never seen Aristeia, it's from Corvus Belli, is it? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Belli. Same guys who do Infinity, basically. It's a really cool game. It's a really quick game. It's easy to learn, actually.
It is.
We played it quite a few times over Christmas, and then we've been doing other things since then as well. So here we go. So the miniatures, these are plastic miniatures, unlike the metal miniatures that you get with Infinity. And I've seen the add-on set now, and they've also got plastic miniatures in. This is a collector's set, as I said, as Claire said at the beginning. We also got a box of metal versions of these miniatures, which I haven't put together yet.
We've got the box.
I'm probably not going to do that on camera because you can see the final miniatures on here anyway, and there's just like stick arms and on and stick weapons on or shields on or whatever. It's pretty straightforward. They are metal. And these are plastic, and they're quite good quality plastic actually. The only thing first up I will say is, like, when we got this, the staff on 8-ball, that's this guy, was bent, and just like, well, Forge World resin, shall we say, all you have to do is stick it in some hot water or heat it up and you just bend it back into shape. Really easy. Some of the base tabs come out a bit. They come pre-glued, so they come like this. So it's something I might have to sort out when I actually paint and base them. Well, when Claire paints and base them, because she's doing the plastic ones.
I am, yeah.
I'm doing the metal ones. Anyway, that's enough talk about the actual models, which are very cool, by the way. While saying that, we will tell you who they are. So obviously, in front of us we have the pitch, which is the same in every direction.
Yes.
And we have here a blue token, which we'll get around to what that is, why that's there. These are the scoring zones. We have 6 around the outside, 1 in the centre. These are obstacles. These are blue things. They're the same on either side, and they can be changed around depending on what scenario you're playing. The black ones are on the board. These black and red ones, which don't change because they're actually printed on. They are like walls, basically, if you imagine, in the arena. So they block line of sight. They block movement. These don't block line of sight; just block movement. Okay. We'll get onto that as we play through the game. So the characters, I've got the orange team here, and Claire's got the green team over there. This is how it tells us to set it up in the how to play book. I've got here, I should find the cards for each one. I'll start at this side. So we have Wild Bill, that's his card. You can see it there. That's what one we're going to be referencing throughout the game. And that is the model for him. Just there. We're on the camera. Hey,
There we go.
there we go. Thank you. He's a very cool one, actually. It's well built. So we'll talk about Wild Bill, that's what's going on. And we've got Miyamoto. That is his card there. Zip. And there is the model. He's very cool as well.
It's like a samurai from history or something, isn't it? Along with Wild
Yeah, Wild Bill is Wild Bill. He's just been recreated by the AI. We have 8-ball, who is basically a panda. I'll just throw him around a bit though. And there is the model. He's also very cool, I like him. Yep, put him back in where he goes. And finally on my team, we have Gata. And there is the model. He's very cool. And said we'll probably do a proper showcase on these once they're painted.
Oh yeah.
I might showcase both sets. Since we're painting the same models, just one's plastic, one's
metal.
Yeah. So you show them yours.
So for the green team,
yeah.
I'll start the same and get hold of the card. So this is Hexa, and there's the model Hexa. It's a very cool model actually. I think she's been taken by Paul.
Hexa?
Yeah.
You know that. That's awesome.
We have Maximus. Decimus Meridius. No, only joking. There's Maximus.
Maximus the actor.
Yeah. Big shield there. We have Parvati, who's quite cool as well.
She's a robot.
She is, yeah. She's
a ribbit.
Very cool. And finally we have Major Luna, who is that model there. So yeah, quite cool. Happy with my team.
Yep.
Yay.
The game also uses dice. These are the dice it uses. They are specially printed for the game, like FSG dice really.
Yeah.
Because they just have like the BAM results and then shields and then I can't remember what they call them.
Exclamation
I want
mark.
to call them surges. The exclamation mark. They act like surges and stuff.
Yeah.
We've got blue. We have orange. We have black, which are just shields. And we have yellow, and then we have two special ones which have these yellow icons on. That one's a shield, and that one's a shield on the green one, and the red one is a damage.
Yeah.
You can see that on there. And they're criticals. Basically, when we get into the game, a critical can't be blocked other than by a critical damage. Shield. There we go. Right, so the first turn of this game is pre-set up. Normally you'd be able to place these models where you want, and normally you'd also have these initiative cards, and you can put them in any order you want, but for the first turn they start in this order. You'll see as we go along, and if we get into the second turn, that we will choose what order, and when we choose we put them upside down so no one can see the initiative. The number on the initiative card just is the initiative of the character. So whoever has the higher initiative will choose whether they want to go first or second. In addition, we have cards which give us abilities. That's my starting hand. Normally you wouldn't show the opponent, but because it's a set up game for the first turn, it tells you which cards you take and which cards are in your hand.
Those are mine.
This deck, however, is random. And it will be, because we'll be using that later on as we get into the second turn onwards. That deck's random, and that's the starting hand. We've got everything, haven't we?
I think we've got everything.
Okay. Is there anything else? There's a lot of tokens under here. I'll show you some of them. That's the victory token, and that's how you win, by scoring victory tokens. And we'll get onto that as we go through the game. We have damage tokens, which are these little blood angel blood drops, which are there. And I'll go on to the cards as if people get damaged.
We've got stake tokens, so
Yeah.
that's like a
That's
taunt,
isn't it?
yeah.
And then another stake token, that's -1. And the other side's -2.
To your
Actions.
actions, yes.
Yeah, so we'll go through.
Yeah.
Everything is on the cards as well. Okay, so in a normal game you would set up, these would be faced the other way around, these initiative cards, and then you would turn over the initiative card. But it tells you, as I said, in the book, for the first turn, for the how to play guide, in the first turn the green player reveals Maximus and the orange player reveals 8-Ball. Both characters have the same initiative value, so the green player,
me,
because they are the underdog, there we go,
that is
quickly
the
explain
underdog
that. When you've chosen your team, then obviously you have these initiative cards. Each value, like 4, 6, 6, 7. I've got here. Claire's got
I've got
4,
5, 5.
You add up the values. Whoever's got the least becomes the underdog, and you can have some advantage of the underdog because in a draw like this, the underdog gets to choose who goes first. and it will change turn to turn. Because if Claire scores victory points and I don't, then I'll become the underdog, and so on. It is possible to be the underdog for the whole game, technically, depending on how you've played and how well you're doing. But Claire will start as underdog because she's got less initiative at the beginning of the game. So 8 ball, show you that. See that? That's 8 balls to go with a 4 on, and Maximus over there also has a 4. So it's a draw for the first, who goes first. Claire, with being the underdog, would get to choose. However, the book says Maximus will be going first.
Oh, right, okay.
At the beginning of their activation, activate the character. Character gains a pool of as many action points as the energy attribute. And if Claire will just show you the card for Maximus.
I will, yeah.
Yep. In the top there, you can see the little lightning bolt symbol, which was also on that state card I showed you. That's action points. Every character in the starter set will generate 5 action points. They're all the same. I imagine when they bring out the extra models, which I've seen, as I said, they're coming out soon. So we need to get them and do a proper unboxing for them. And I suppose they'll have different initiatives and energy attributes. So you use these action points to perform character actions. For example, it takes 2 of those action points to move. And I can show you that on the reference. So these are some general actions that anyone can do on there. Hopefully you can see that. There we go, up. There you go, general actions. So movement is one of them, and you get as many movement points as your current speed. Right. So if Claire just shows you the card again, the second on the top row, the little foot, that's speed. That does vary from character to character. What's Maximus? Is he 3?
Maximus is 3, yes.
And Gata, for instance, is 5, 8 balls 4, and so on. That is how quick you go. So when you spend your 2 action points,
I will get to move 3.
You'll get to move your movement. So also on the move ability, which isn't on the cards because anyone can do it. It's how you can have the scene on there, but it's 2 little green icons. That's an effect that automatically happens whenever you perform the action. That's just telling you it's an effect that will always happen. So I've already mentioned it's going on about occupied spaces. So if a person's in a space, it's counted as occupied. That's counted as occupied. That's counted as occupied. Anything else is a free space. So Maximus will start by moving forward to the scoring zone, and that's denoted by this little blue token. Whichever one of these that token's in is the scoring zone in this scenario anyway. So this is the scoring zone. Maximus starts by advancing forward to the scoring zone by performing the action called move. He has a speed of 3, as we've explained, and can move up to 3 spaces each time he spends 2 action points. So his first move, he'll go 1, 2, 3, which will take him to there.
So that's my first 2 action points done.
Yep. To reach the scoring zone, Maximus will have to perform the move twice for a total cost of 4 action points. So he'll go 1, 2, 3 to there. So he's into the scoring zone, and that's how you score victory points, basically by having more people in the scoring zone.
As long as you can stay in there.
Yeah, as long as you stay in there. At the end of the activation, you lose all unspent action points. There's nothing you can spend that last point on.
There isn't, and especially on the card. The card's there.
Yeah.
And anything that's... You've got numbers here, that's what your action points are. That's cost action points.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, quite often you'll find you've got an action point left over. There are some cards in the deck which give you extra action points, then you could also combine that and have 2 left over and do an extra move or whatever. But there's also the standard action contender, which is a ranged attack, 1 to 8 spaces, which we've never used because it's kind of a backup action. If you can't do anything else and you've got points, you've got 3 points because it costs a lot of points.
Wow.
You can use that. It's a very weak attack, basically. Okay, so that's Maximus' activation ended.
Yep.
So it'll go straight over to 8 ball activation. So like Maximus, 8 ball gains 5 action points at the start of his activation. That's as many as his attribute, and just to show you, it is the same. There is the card. You can sort of see there his movement is 4. also tells you his initiative, which is the first thing, which will match the card, which we've got here. So Abel spends 2 action points to move approaching the scoring zone and putting Maximus inside the range of his Eat My Fajing attack. So, I'll show you that before I move him. His red ability there, which is an attack ability, costs 2 action points, Eat My Fajing. These are the dice that will be used in it. We've got an orange dice and a blue dice, and this little black icon at the end is the range. It says 1 to 3. So you can use it from 1 to 3 spaces. This bit here is basically the extra effects, which will be displace targets. And he also has this extra effect here, which is displace yourself, which will be used whenever he can roll those dice. But we'll go into that as we're going along. I think the scenario does anyway. So Abel spends 2 action points to move. So he starts here, and he can move up to 4. So he goes. Actually, I started him in the wrong place. That's a good start. He starts there. Let me just get this right. There we go. Right, so he starts there. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yep. He must have got moved.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how the book tells you to start them anyway. So he wants to use Eat My Fajing attack. So these actions have got a red background and they deal damage as well as applying other effects. To resolve this attack, make a face-to-face roll named Combat Roll. To resolve an attack, make a face-to-face roll named Combat Roll. The attacker uses this dice specified by their attack, and the defender uses the dice pictured in their defence attribute.
Right.
So we just show everyone the defence attribute.
So that one is that one there with the little hexagons on.
Yeah, little 3 hexagons.
3 hexagons. So
as you see there, Maximus gets a green, a blue, and he also generates an automatic shield.
Yeah.
So in this, well, what we'll do, I'd take a orange and a blue dice. Claire would take a green and a blue dice. She'd add a shield, and then you'd add them all up. However, as cool as that looks, what the book actually says we rolled is that and that.
And I rolled an exclamation mark, was it?
You got a blank.
Right there.
I'm trying.
If I remember rightly, was
There's a misprint in the book.
Misprint in the book.
It's good.
So,
I'll show you the book actually. I'm reading from which is there. So this is a misprint because I think there should be another icon on that.
I think there should be a shield on there, shouldn't there? I'm not sure.
Anyway, the final score should be star exclamation mark for 8-ball.
Yep.
Maximus rolls a star and an exclamation mark somehow
Right.
on his dice. So his final tally is star, exclamation mark and shield.
Right.
So that's literally his final tally. However, the book doesn't show that shield printed on. I think that's where they've made the mistake. Technically, Maximus would get an extra shield.
Yeah.
What will follow through what this says. Since switches are activated before the attack takes effect, 8-ball spends his switch, which is the exclamation mark, to displace Maximus out of the scoring zone. So as I showed you before, that attack underneath has that little exclamation mark icon and it says displace target. Which basically means he pushes Maximus to there, out of the scoring zone. Maximus doesn't want to activate his switch to keep his shield, so without further ado, both players apply their results. Maximus spends his shield to nullify one of 8-ball's attacks, so he ends up suffering 1 damage. 8-ball doesn't have any shields to stop Maximus, and also suffers 1 damage. So when you attack, you can actually get damaged yourself, because the dice is basically a fight roll. They're fighting each other. So even though I'm attacking at range, somehow Maximus throws something at me or something goes wrong.
Or whatever that Eat My Fajing is, it might be like a chi kind of thing that comes.
So it's like damage.
Ryuken kind of
he might
thing.
have deflected some of it back with his shield.
Yeah.
Whatever happens though, we both take damage. technically, I think, because the dice is wrong in the book, Maximus shouldn't have taken damage at that point.
No.
So 8 Ball has no plans for his last action point because he spent 2 to move and 2 to use his Eat My Jing, leaving him with 1 spare action point. So the action point is lost and the turn comes to a close.
Right.
So there we go.
So that's them two done.
Yep. Whoosh. So turn 2 initiative. Again, both players will reveal the card. So we turn this over, but we just left them over because we know what they are anyway. Both players reveal the initiative card, and in our example, the green player has Hexa and the orange player has Miyamoto. Since Miyamoto's initiative is higher, the orange players decide who acts first. This time, Hexa will go first.
Okay.
At the start, Hexa's activation, she gains 5 action points as her action value, which they've all got the same as I said before, there's all 5. She will endeavour to counter 8 Ball's manoeuvre. So, unlike attacks, which are a special type of action, most actions are resolved by a simple roll and inflict no damage to targets. For performing an action, make sure you meet all the necessary requirements for it. The most common requirement is range. So we show everyone at Hexa's card. You can see that she's just got action points on. She has no attacks. They're green bars, but they are very good.
Very, very good.
Because this game isn't really about causing damage all the time. It's just about scoring points. The equivalent action is described on the text, and conversely, effects that start with a. There's one with a little arrow in front of it on there.
There's 2 with a little arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These apply only if the result of the roll includes at least 1 success after activating any switches. In addition, these effects are optional and you may choose not to apply them even if you've rolled them. These effects apply at most once per action even if the roll shows several successes. So basically, anything that's got like the 2 little arrows on, like the move, is automatic and always happens once you say you're going to do it.
Yep.
This, you can choose whether it happens or not after you've rolled the dice. It only happens once per success, so once per star on that. But you've got to roll to actually do it. So you've got to spend the points and roll, and if you don't roll any successes, you waste your points. So in this example, Hexa, who's in the right place, is going to perform her Vade Retro Maximus. But first, it appears that she moves.
Yes, she will do. So that's 2 for movement.
And she's got how many movement points?
She has 4 movement points.
So that takes her right next to Maximus.
To there?
Yeah.
Or there?
There.
There?
No, where you were first.
There.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So she's going to use Vade Retro. So if you show the card again.
Yeah, sure.
You see, Vade Retro is a 1 point action to use. It uses 3 yellow dice. It's got a range of 1 to 4. It displaces the target.
It shows the range in this little black hexagon at the end.
Yeah. She's also got underneath her own card. She has an ability.
She does, which is displace yourself.
Yeah, and she needs a shield and a exclamation mark to do that. So she rolls
3 yellow dice.
3 yellow dice. There's no roll from anyone else. It's just your own to try and succeed. And basically, it's got to throw the dice away.
Yep. Cool.
Which was nice, but
yeah,
that's not
the roll. That's not the result
basically,
that we were looking
dice.
for.
You got to have 2 of them, right? The other one's 2 exclamation marks and a shield.
And a shield.
No,
yeah.
a shield. Success.
A success on
one
that.
was blank, Chuck.
Oh,
Blank.
sorry.
I said blank.
You said 2 exclamation marks.
Yeah, one of them was blank, one of them's got an exclamation mark, and the other one's
just got a success.
No.
No? That one.
Give me the dice. That. God, it's complicated when you don't roll the dice. She rolls as that, and she wants to apply the effects to displace the target. The target's Maximus. 1 space back into the scoring zone. So she moves him there. Since Maximus is still within Vade Retro, Hexa spends another action point.
Okay.
And performs the same effect again. This time,
Vade Retro. Oh yeah, Vade Retro is 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it goes down to 3.
This time she scores that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Since Maximus is still within Vade Retro, she performs it again. is that. So she's enough to also activate a switch. So she uses her success, which is the star, to move Maximus to the centre of the scoring ring, and then she uses her shield and her exclamation mark to move herself to there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So that's a switch which is listed, as I've showed you, on her card, not under the ability. Finally, Hex spends her last action point to perform Invade Retro on Maximus once again. This time she rolls a blank, she rolls that, and she rolls that. She rolls that, so she displaces Maximus to the. She displaces Maximus to complicate the opposing team's advance. She basically moves him there. But she doesn't have any shields in order to move herself into the scoring zone, so basically she stays there. Okay? So then it's on to Miyamoto, because that's Hex's finished. So he has 5 action points again, and he will attempt to gain access to the scoring zone by removing Maximus from the equation. So, since his Ken no Sen attack, where is he? There we go. He's very good in combat. There we go. Since his Ken no Zen attack has a range 1-1, it can only be used on adjacent enemies. This means Musashi will have to move next to Maximus after spending 2 action points to perform his move. He runs towards Maximus, drawing his blades. His move's 5, because he's quite quick, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 2 of his action points spent. And didn't mention it before, but the game does give you these on the player boards. Claire's been using them, and you get these little tokens that you can use to actually keep a track of how many action points you've spent and how many movement points you've spent. And you can use this for various things, it says, but it's quite useful for the turn counter.
Yeah.
So each player has their own deck of tactics, it says here, and you can play tactics to gain an edge. That's these cards here. Yeah. One timing section of the cards says, well, basically the tactic tells you when you can play it. Tactics must be discarded after applying their effects, and you draw a tactic every time an enemy goes down to the infirmary. At the end of a round, you can have as many tactics in your hand as they want, and there is no maximum hand size. You start with 4 as well. Automatic skills. Some cards have automatic skills listed on their cards. Unlike actions, automatic skills can be used at any time and require no expenditure of action points. Just so you know. On Miyamoto, that is the orange one there, the bottom, which is, I don't know how you say it, it's Kei's Tachinu, I don't know. I'm probably murdering all these names. Who knows? I don't. I apologise. So the orange player has a tactic named Take Aim, which is actually at the top though. So that is the tactic, I shall show you. Take Aim. To boost Musashi's next roll with an extra dice, with an orange dice, and then he spends 3 action points to perform Ken no Sen on an attack on Maximus. So he declares he's using Take Aim, which gives him an extra orange die. So rather than rolling, I'll just show you what the result was. So normally he would get that, one of those, and one of those. He gets an extra orange dice for his tactic. Maximus rolls green blank in his defence.
Yeah.
He also rolls a 2 shields and a surge thingy on switch thingy. Keep going on surge. Shows you how much. I'm looking for any. There we go. That. And that. And that. Yep. Okay. So Musashi rolls for an impressive tally of 4 successes, 2 defences and 1 switch. Simultaneously Maximus rolls a result of 3, because this time we've actually added on his extra shield. We've remembered for this example that he has a shield and one of the exclamation marks. Miyamoto Musashi activates his switch to transform his 2 shields into 2 successes. So back to this. So for a shield there, for every shield he got, you see it under his ability, he can turn it into a success. So he turns that shield and that shield into successes. And then Maximus uses his shields to nullify that many attacks. So basically he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Maximus can block 3 with his 3 shields, which means Maximus suffers 3 wounds. Since Musashi inflicted 3 wounds on Maximus, he can use the K's Tenitsu automatic skill to displace himself up to 3 times. Because he basically displaces himself once per damage. And when you displace yourself, you don't have to... Basically, normally if you wanted to move away from Maximus, you have to make an agility roll. Maximus will try and grab him and stop him from moving. But when you get displaced, you don't have to do that. So that's why displacing is so good. So he ends up 1, 2, 3, and next to Hexa. There we go. So that is his move. That's been discarded. So I'll put that there for a discard pile. Because you do need a discard pile. And then players reveal the initiative on their 3rd slot, which will be the respective running order. The green player reveals Pavati, and the orange player reveals Wild Bill. Wild Bill has the higher initiative. And he chooses to go first this time. So, thanks to his twin pistol attack, Wild Bill can shoot his enemies up to 6 spaces away. So, I'll show you his card again. See there, the range on that is up to 6. And it's 2 to 6. So he can't shoot his pistols next to him. That's also an important thing. A lot of the ranged abilities, powerful ranged abilities, you can't use at someone who's next to you. That is the disadvantage. You get someone into combat with someone like that, you can slice them up. After spending 2 action points to move, so he goes and stands next to 8-Ball. There. And he spends his remaining 3 action points to form twin pistols against Hexa.
Oh.
Yep. So the important thing about drawing line of sight, you do it from these points on the board. Okay. These obstacles don't block line of sight. So he can see from his own base, he's got 2 there, 1, 2 points. He can see 1, 2 points of Hexa, which means he's got a line of sight to her. So at this moment, Maximus could use his implaceable automatic skill to displace himself, but he decides to stay where he is to block the route into the scoring zone. So he could use his ability to try and intercept the attack, basically.
Yeah.
Which is an automatic ability, isn't it?
Yeah, he's also got the get behind me, so you can suffer 1 wound instead of an adjacent ally.
He is very good, Maximus.
Yeah.
So cover. Cover is any element that provides protection against attacks. For attacks made against a target further than 1 space away from the attacker. Either or both characters can benefit from cover to maximise their survivability. A character that is in cover, if they are adjacent to a blocked or occupied space that is partially obstructing the enemy's line of sight. Characters in cover add 1 black dice to their combat rolls. Okay. I will show you the example in the book. It's a lot easier than trying to explain it. Is it on there? Yeah. That one there. So you can see how you draw points to points on the enemy's bases, and depending on how many points you can draw depends on if you can see them or not, or if they're partially blocked by cover. Okay. Obstacles are terrain elements that impede a character's movement but can provide useful cover. That's these little greeny blue things there. Spaces occupied by an obstacle do not block line of sight but make ground cover to adjacent characters. So both Wild Bill and Hex will benefit from cover on these rolls. So Wild Bill uses his twin pistols ability, which is a red, orange and orange dice, plus a free success.
Ooh.
He will end up rolling that, a blank, orange, and a success. He also rolls the black dice from the cover, but it doesn't do anything. Hexa gets
A blue and a yellow.
a blue and a yellow, a blue shield, and a yellow exclamation mark. And she also rolls a black dice, but also scores a blank. Okay, so from that result, Wild Bill result is success, 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 because he adds 1 for his ability anyway. And exclamation mark Hexes is 1 shield and 1 exclamation. Hexer will suffer 2 damage.
Okay.
Because can only block 1 without shield. Hexer would survive this damage, so Wild Bill decides to use his automatic skill, Dead Man's Hand. You didn't see it before. I'll show you again. There it is. Dead Man's Hand. Once per combat roll, during switches step, you may discard a tactic card to add a success to your roll. Nasty. So we discard Catch Your Breath, which is that card there, from my hand. He causes an extra damage, which causes the 3rd damage he needs to put Hexer out of commission. So she's removed to the infirmary, which is there where Claire just placed her. One with the little pluses on, little medical symbols. What do you call that cross thing?
Sorry?
What do you call a little medical cross? You know, the little one that you paint. But it's by the by. The movement the character accumulates a number.
Medical cross.
The moment the character accumulates a number of damage tokens equal to or higher than their hit points attribute, remove that character from the hexadome and place them in the infirmary. Then discard all damage tokens and any states on that character. Each time a character visits the infirmary, the opponent will draw 1 tactic card. Stink. Will be kept secret. I'll put it there. 1 tactic card and takes 1 frag token. These are the frag tokens, little triangular things with the skulls on. They're kind of like they're used for scoring points at the end of the game if there's a draw. So after sending Hex to the infirmary, the orange player gains 1 fracture and draws 1 tactic token, which we've done. And then we go on to Parvati's action. At the start of Parvati's action, she gains 5 action points and she intends to use them to gain a foothold in the scoring zone. So, Parvati starts off by spending 2 action points to move next to the scoring zone. What's her movement?
Her movement is 5.
Yeah.
So, which way are we going here with?
Yeah, so she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, to there.
Right, so she next spends another 2 movement points again, hoping to get inside the scoring zone. Which is just a thought. Yeah, so she could easily have walked around that way, but instead, the book tells her she's going to try and push past Miyamoto.
Oh,
It's to give you the example, I suppose, of trying to dodge.
It is. Yeah.
So, first you move, so she's used 1 of her movement points, so that's where you need to mark on she's used 1. Which leaves her with 3, is it? She's got 4 in total, or 5 in total?
5.
5 in total, so she's got that many left, 4 left.
Yeah.
So, but she's now in base contact with an enemy. So she has to try and disengage. In order to leave a space adjacent to an enemy using a movement action, the activated character must win a face-to-face roll using their agility versus the enemy's brawn. So just show you the brawn on Miyamoto. I will show you the agility on the card at some point.
Sorry.
So the brawn is a little fist symbol. So on Miyamoto it's the blue and orange dice.
And on me it's the blue dice.
Yeah, the agility symbol is the one at the bottom with a little like running person.
Oh, sorry, no, that's the yellow dice then.
Yeah.
Orange dice even.
Yeah. To pass the face-to-face roll, the active character must have at least 1 success after the opponent has used up all their shields. If the active character fails to disengage, they must stay in the original space and lose all their remaining movement points, basically. So you should just be able to move 1 space, basically.
Yeah.
Be stuck there. If an enemy character attempts to disengage from a space adjacent to 2 or more characters, choose one of them to contest the disengagement, and your chosen character will gain an extra black dice. So the more characters you've got, the more chance you've got of stopping someone. So in the roll-off, basically, Parvati scores 1 success on an orange dice. Miyamoto rolls a blank orange and a shield. Vata tries to disengage from Miyamoto to enter the scoring zone. Since her agility is 1 orange dice, she rolls 1 success. But Musashi's brawn is 1 orange and 1 blue, and he rolls a shield. Musashi spends his shield to nullify Parvati's success, so she won't be able to disengage. She must remain where she is. Furthermore, she loses all movement points she had left. Using her last action point, Parvati performs Medikit. So, if you show everyone that on the card. Medikit is a 1-point action. It's 0 to 5. And it heals the target of 1 damage. So using her last action point, she rolls to see if she does it. She rolls that, so she gets a success. So she can remove 1 damage from the character. So remove 1 damage from Maximus, basically.
Yep.
And that's her turn over.
Yeah.
So now we move on to turn 4 of... Sorry, initiative turn 4 of game turn 1. So Major Luna's activation, because...
I've got 5, do you...
Yeah,
7.
and Gata's got 7, so I must have chosen that Major Luna's going to go first.
Yeah.
So when she activates Major Luna against 5 action points.
Yeah.
As explained earlier, the book now says to explain criticals basically. On the red and the green dice we have those yellow symbols. So they are both criticals. We have critical damage on the red, critical defense on the green. And when you do a face-to-face roll, the critical success counts as a success, but cannot be nullified by a normal shield. Conversely, you may spend a critical shield to nullify the entire dice of your choosing from an opponent's roll, even if that dice is showing a critical success. So not only does that block, that will block that, but it basically removes the dice. So if you rolled that, for example, it wouldn't block one of those, it would remove the dice. So it's a very powerful block.
Yeah.
So unlike previous characters, Major Luna won't bother to move. Her called shot attack has a maximum range of 8. She is so content. She's content to hold her ground and try and take Musashi down from afar. So she has 2 abilities on her card. One's marksmanship, which is an automatic ability, so targets cannot gain any benefits of cover. And she has a veteran sniper. Before making a combat roll, you can switch any black dice you may have to orange dice. So she's going to be shooting at Musashi. Musashi's there. Okay. Her automatic skill marksmanship allows her to ignore the cover that Musashi's behind. And to further complicate things, her cover that she's in, because she's behind this, she can switch around to gain a attack bonus. So instead of getting the cover bonus, she's going to get an attack bonus. And she's going to use Cold Shot, which is on a card, which is 3 points.
Yep.
Normally it would be 1 red, 1 orange, and an automatic success. Its range is 3 to 8. Musashi's defense is basically that and that. Normally he would get that, but as we said, Major Luna ignores that. Normally she would get that, but she's switching that around to get another orange dice. So that is now her attack total with an automatic success. But what she actually rolls is that, that, and that. Very potent. Actually, that's exactly what Miyamoto rolls without me actually planning to put those down. But there we go, that's the way he rolls. So all in all, Major Luna has an attack which provides her with the result of 7 successes and 3 exclamation marks. Miyamoto's defense is 2 shields, one of them being a critical shield and a exclamation mark and a success. Musashi is too far from Major Luna to make use of his switch, so he decides to use his critical success, depriving Major Luna of one of her dice. So that will block that. During switches, Luna spends her exclamation marks to activate her switch and remove one of Musashi's shields.
That one there.
So that shield is now gone. Finally, Musashi suffers 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right?
Yep.
Is that right?
Should be 5, shouldn't it?
I thought it was 5.
Yeah, it's 5 because she's got
But
that
she's not a
automatic
5
one.
hasn't she?
Yeah.
He doesn't get an automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 because she's got that other
It says 4
automatic.
on it.
Oh well.
He matches up as 4 damage and he gets sent to the infirmary. So it's irrelevant. 4 or 5 damage will kill him anyway.
Yeah.
As a consequence of this, the green player gains a frag token, or 1 frag token,
Thank you.
and draws 1 tactic card. At the same time, Major Luna suffers 1 damage from Musashi, which was that success there.
Right.
So put him in the infirmary. At the point Musashi on ice, Major Luna is still holding on to 2 action points. However, she decides against moving, and there aren't any enemies in her suppressive fire range, so she ends her activation. So that leaves us with the final character for this turn, which is Gata. This will be the last activation of the round. Gata receives her 5 action points. When you're prompted to place a character, simply place. It says don't make placing, sorry. Right, so she uses 3 of them to move into an adjacent space. So her movement is 5. Okay. She also has on her card Free Run. I'll show you that. Really cool ability, Free Run. You spend 1 movement point to place yourself in any free space adjacent to a target. Okay. So she uses them to move on to an adjacent space to an obstacle, so she can free run off it. Right, I'll try and explain this one. So she has 5 movement points. She uses 1, 2, 3 to get to there. She then uses her free run ability, because you can use abilities in between movement. She uses a free run ability to basically place herself next to an adjacent object, which is this. She basically jumps over it. She's still got 1 movement point left, because she uses 1 movement point to do that. So then you can place her in any of the free spaces next to it. So she doesn't have to jump in a straight line, she can go blip, 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 wherever she wants. And she's got 1 movement point, and she uses that to move next to Maximus.
Oh.
She's there.
She's asking him out.
Probably. So when Gata spends another 2 action points to move, she receives another 5 movement points. Gata spends 1 of her to perform the free run to place herself on the far side of Maximus. So, because she's displacing herself basically by doing this, she doesn't have to do the dodge roll to do this.
Okay.
So she generates 5 movement points, she's on the other side, and she uses 1 of them to end up there. Now originally if Gata wanted to keep moving she would have to disengage roll, but this time she plays a tactic called Swerve. Swerve. She's there. Which basically is displace yourself. So if you're displacing yourself you don't need to roll for disengage. So she displaces herself 1 space, bypassing the disengage roll, come to rest next to Pavati. She moves herself to that. Using her last action point, Gata performs Misdirection. You can see on the card there. So this is you need to roll an orange and a yellow dice. It's 1 range, and she rolls basically a blank orange and that. Basically, she rolls that to use the misdirection. So using her last action point, Gata performs misdirection action to dazzle Pavati. Note that this is not an attack; it's just places a state onto her. So there's no face-to-face roll basically. So the result of that, Gata then spends her switches to displace herself, which you can see on that card. Displace yourself with 2 of those exclamation marks away from Pavati, so she can place herself to there. Pavati's got the dazzled, is it?
Yeah, that one.
Dazzled. This concludes the 4th turn. And we can move on to the next phase of the round. So after everyone's gone, at the end of each round, you score victory points basically. So in the assault scenario which we're going to be playing, which we've already started playing, if you're the only player with one or more characters inside the scoring zone at the end of the round, you gain 3 victory points. Having more characters inside the scoring zone at the end of the round than the opponent scores 2 victory points. Having the same number of characters inside the scoring zone at the end of the round, you score 1 victory point. Yep. But only if you've got a character in the...
Yeah.
So we both score a victory point. We both have a frag token. Everything's equal at the moment.
Yep.
If either player has 8 or more victory points, or if this is the 5th round, then the game will end. The player who gained more victory points, or the one who has more frag tokens, if there is a tie, will win the game. Otherwise, the player with the least victory points becomes the underdog. In case of a tie, the underdog status will just change sides. So because it's a tie, it just changes sides to the orange side. The scoring zone changes in this step following the rules of the scenario. According to the assault rules, the orange player as the underdog now gets to decide the position of the next scoring zone by placing the blue counter on any deployment zone spaces. Only a deployment zone with no characters inside it in this movement can be chosen as a scoring zone. So I'll choose that one. Or should I choose that one? I want to choose that one.
I'd choose that one.
Yeah,
You've got people close
that
to
makes
it.
more sense, doesn't it? Finally, this is the recovery phase we're going on to. In this phase, the characters in the infirmary may move to the bench. So from there to there, and then you put a -2 action state token onto your character card. And then both players will draw a tactic from their decks. Players who earned at least 1 victory point in this round will draw an additional tactic. So 1 and 2. So I'll take my hand back up to 4, but you haven't spent any.
No.
But there's no hand size limit.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
So both Hex and Musashi move to their team benches and receive a state token. At the conclusion of this phase, the first round ends and the second one begins with a new planning phase. So in subsequent rounds, characters will find themselves on the bench. At the beginning of their activation will return into the hexadome. Any free space inside the deployment zone. So, I mean, because this sets up where everyone goes, and we miss the deployment zones off. So this is my deployment zone.
And this is mine.
Yeah, and you can deploy them in the scoring zone or any adjacent space to the scoring zone, which isn't blocked. Yeah. Characters in the infirmary at the beginning of their activation don't get to activate at all. Players must skip the activation step and continue with the round. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So the next part of this is just telling you about custom things and stuff, but we won't go into that here anyway. We might go into it once we get some more models.
Yeah.
And that is the end of turn 1, so we'll move up to turn 2. And we'll move into the planning phase of turn 2. Okay, so we've done the planning phase, which is basically to place your initiative cards face down in the order you wish to move your characters in. So we've both done that, and we don't know who's going where.
No.
As I said before, the scoring zone is now here. I got to choose because I was the underdog. So I've made it very difficult for Claire to get there. Because after I put it there, I was thinking that, yeah, it's almost impossible for us.
It is really. There's no way I can get there. I mean, Major Luna's over here. Those two are pretty tied up.
I mean, that doesn't count you out. If I score points this turn and you don't score any,
exactly,
you'll become the underdog.
And I can place it where I want.
So there's a bit of to and froing with who gets the underdog, and then gets to place the scoring zone. So I don't know how you've set it up, but you might want to plan for the turn after this rather than this turn.
Well, I think that's the best thing to do with this one. When it's something like that and you can't get to it, you might as well plan for your turn, because if you don't score any points, like Paul said, you're going to be the underdog.
Yeah.
So you can start thinking, well, I'm going to either place it over on number 3 or 6 or wherever you can get to in the next turn, because you're thinking that your opponent might put all his characters into moving to the scoring zone to get as many points,
Yeah.
the further away you can put it,
Yeah, basically.
the more points you're going to get. So it's quite good in that respect.
Yeah, there's a lot to and fro. You can never be sure who is actually going to win. Right, okay. So, this is how a normal game would start, with everything concealed. And we're on turn 2 though. We've also got people who are damaged in the infirmaries.
People that have got states on them.
States on them. We never said about the dazzle state, do we?
Oh, the dazzle state, yeah.
And basically, target affected by the dazzle state can't draw a line of sight beyond 0 to 1.
Right.
So basically all Pavati's range skills,
She's got a
an SMG or
submachine
something,
gun.
yeah.
Yeah, she's got a submachine gun akimbo. That's a 2 to 6 range, so that's kind of completely out if I can't see
Yeah.
Gatter or anyone around.
I mean, you'll lose that state as you activate.
Once I move, yeah.
Has it got another side to that?
Yeah, the other side is just an X, so...
Alright,
once
so
it
basically you
comes
only
to-
have it for one turn.
Yeah.
Once most states, when you turn them over, like the
These.
action state, they're -1 instead.
Yeah.
So for this turn, Hexa and me and Mortar will be at -2 action points.
Yeah.
After they've activated, turn that over. And then next turn they'll be at -1. Our turn after, they won't have any state on them, unless something else has happened to them. But you can only ever have one of the same state.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So you can never have more than -2. You can be put back to -2, but you can never have more than -2.
Yeah, you can never have
Yeah.
like 2 dazzles on
Yeah.
or 2 taunts or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll reveal the first card. We'll see who goes first. I'm going with Gatter.
I'm going with Major Luna.
Yep.
So
I've decided
you're higher.
I've done that because I decided I want to score my point as quickly as possible. Because we obviously know where we're going with this. So, Gatter will basically generate 5 movement points. She's going to... 1, 2, 3, 4. She could jump over the obstacles, so they're using free run, but basically she's got enough movement. I'm not doing anything else with her other than moving her. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for her first 2 action points, and then another 2 to move into the scoring zone.
Okay.
Which is what she's going to do. And her last action point she's going to waste it. As I said, if that had been blocked for any reason, I could have jumped over the obstacles and gone straight into the scoring zone anyway. So it's Gat's turn.
Right. So Major Luna, she's got a movement of 4. So she's going to spend 2 action points to move.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. She's going to go to there.
Alright. That's interesting.
And she's going to look across at 8 Ball.
8 Ball. Alright.
And get him in her sights.
Okay, so get your attacks ready and card and start.
Right.
Right.
So.
Don't want to lose 8 Ball. He's cool.
Now, what do I get for this? Did you say I get a black dice?
Yeah, normally I'm not generating cover because I'm stood. There's no cover between me and you. But you'd be able to ignore that anyway because Major Lena can do that.
Right.
You are behind cover here, and you can draw a line of sight that way. So, you would normally get a black dice, but her skill allows you to swap that black dice
for an orange.
for an orange dice.
Right. Okay.
8 Ball gets a blue and a green.
Can I also play the take aim?
No, you can't.
What? That was evil. Okay, so
yeah, you could have played.
I could have played that, which would have given me an extra orange dice.
But I played no, which is cancel the effects from the last time.
Can I have the card back? Thank you. No.
That's what would have been but no.
Nice. Okay.
So you're generating those dice and an automatic success.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 shields and
Yeah. So.
oh, I
I've
didn't
not
even look at your roll. So you got 2 successes.
I have got 2 successes, but you're blocked. They're blocked
So I
by your
blocked
2. So yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Good. Good. Glad about that.
Wow, I was
Yeah.
expecting to get more than that.
So that was another 2. No, that was 3. So that's her. That's all her done.
Right, so
Yeah.
next character.
Next character.
I'm going with Wild Bill.
I'm going with Parvati.
Pavati.
Parvati.
I'm going to
Who's
go
4?
first then.
Okay.
Because I want to move Wild Bill to the. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm attempt to make sure Potg can't run around and get to the scoring zone.
Okay.
So I blocked off that wall bit. In addition, so that's 2 of his points gone to move there. What's the range on twin pistols? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maximus is in twin pistols range.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot at Maximus with twin pistols.
Okay.
So I need that. I'm going to get an automatic success.
I need that. What was the green? Can I borrow the green dice?
Yeah,
please?
sure, there you go.
18.
I guess I need it. Okay.
Alright.
So I get an automatic success and I've scored 5.
And I've got 3 shields.
3 shields. So
Yeah.
you've blocked 3 of that 5 damage.
And one of them's come through.
2.
2.
You've got 2 damage. No, none of my things have triggered from that. So you took 2 damage. What's his wounds?
7.
7.
Yeah.
So he's on 5.
Yeah.
But he's tough. He's the toughest character.
He is. He is.
That was a pretty good shot from Wild Bill though.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. Potg. Oh, she's got medikit, hasn't she?
She's got medikit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You'd have to be next to him to use it because you're dazzled, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yeah. So. Yeah, Potg's gonna have to move out, isn't she? So she's going to move next to him. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Short.
He's your character, so you don't want to.
Yeah. So that's move 1. And for 1, I'm going to use
She's 2.
2.
Oh, she moved 1, 2.
Yeah, she moves.
She moved 2.
2.
Yeah.
So for 1, which is the medikit.
Yeah.
I'm going to heal him for 1. And then I'm going to move
You're
again.
going to move the rest of your movement.
Yeah.
Oh, so movement 4.
4, yeah. 5, sorry.
5.
Movement
So she
yeah.
can get like around here if she's going that way. I take it. Going to the scoring zone.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah?
Mm.
Is that right?
Yeah. So now I know where you're going to put the scoring zone next time.
Yeah.
The reason I knew that is because we played this sort of scenario out before.
We have actually, yeah.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
so that's my turn done.
She's all her points.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So both characters have gone. We move on to Mashashi.
Oh,
you got Hexa.
Hexa, yeah.
Right, so literally my turn is deploying my character. He's going to go low. And, oh yeah, remove the dazzled thing.
Oh, yes.
Because she's finished her turn.
Yeah.
And because Mashashi's finished his turn, actually, I can move him, can't I?
Yeah, you can.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to move him to that. And then that's
Okay.
-1 state.
So Hexa's going to come on there. So she's got -2.
Yeah. Is she doing anything?
She can move, can't she?
Yeah.
She can move 4, can't she? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back to there.
Yep. Great. So on to the last character,
Yeah.
which is obviously going to be Maximus and 8-Ball.
8-Ball, yeah.
As I'm the underdog. What to do? Do I engage Maximus? Kind of would make sense.
Mm.
What's the range on Eat My for June? He's in range. I'm gonna get him to Eat My for June.
Okay,
2 points.
lovely.
You are gonna Eat My for June.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, there's not having the cards or anything to this, so nothing. Not even a thing. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Yes, I got 3 successes.
Yeah.
You got 3 shields, so you blocked it.
Yeah.
But I also scored a shield and a exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark.
So I'm going to use that to displace myself.
Okay. Nice.
Because I know Maximus is too slow to get around me now. So. Okay, so Maximus.
Maximus.
Yeah.
Isn't going to go that way. He's not coming towards you.
I didn't think he was going to.
No, he's just just looking at you going, he's going to come back this way. So he's got a movement of 3, so 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. No, he's going that way, sorry.
1, 2, 3. And then you move again if you want.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the turnover.
Yeah.
So that's how quick it is when you're not reading from a book.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of that round, no one got fragged or anything. I'm the only one in the scoring zone.
So
if you are the only one in the scoring zone, with one or more characters in the scoring zone, then you get victory points.
Well done.
As I scored victory points and you did not score victory points, not 10, I'm ahead of you, you become the underdog. There's no one in the infirmary to move to the bench.
Yep.
Everyone's happy. We both take 1 tactic. Oh, no,
you take 2, I take 1.
2. And then we're back to, move that along to 3. We're on to the planning phase. So, okay, so we're back for turn 3. We've planned out stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so, let's see who goes first.
Yeah.
8 ball.
Oh, I've moved the...
Oh, you moved the token
I've moved
there.
the token to there.
Because you were in dark.
Yeah. So you're A-ball. I've got Parvati.
So, initiative's equal. You're the underdog.
I would like Parvati to go first.
I don't blame you. I was going to come in and beat her up.
Aww. She's only got 3 health. Leave her alone, you big bully. Yeah, so since you stood next to Maximus, he's got like 4 wounds on him. I'm going to use Medikit to try and heal him.
Yeah.
So I need 1 orange dice. No.
Okay, so that's 1 action point.
So,
but you can still use it again.
I'm going to try again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've healed 1.
That's 1 wound off. You got more action points. So
I'm going to have 1 more action point to try and heal him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're down to 2.
So I need 2 little drops back on him.
That's pretty good.
And with my second point, sorry, my 2 other points I've got, I'm going to actually move into the scoring zone.
Alright.
So she can move 5. So
Sorry guys.
1, 2, 3,
Still got a little bit of a cough.
4, 5. I'm going to get her into the middle. So that is Parvati's turn done.
Right. What's my movement? 1, 2, 3, 4. And fudging is 1, 2, 3. Actually, general mind what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move 8 ball to there for 2 points. Sorry, on 2 for some reason. I'm going to use Eat My Fajing on Major Luna.
Okay.
My Fajing.
High dice.
What do I need? Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going for, oh, I've got the wrong dice. Burke. So I've got 2 shields, a critical and an exclamation mark.
Yeah, critical and exclamation mark. So you've blocked my single success, and I've blocked your single success. It does leave me with a shield and a
exclamation mark,
which I'm going to use to displace Major Luna to there.
Okay.
And that is 8 ball. Next character.
Yeah.
Wild Bill.
Maximus.
Okay, so Wild Bill is going to move first. He's going to move to there.
Okay.
Give him direct line of sight against Major Luna. Okay.
Get that out of the way.
So he's going to use, that's his movement, now he's going to use twin pistols, which is his entire remaining energy.
Okay.
He needs 1, 2 of them, and he gets an automatic success.
Right. I'm going to make a focus roll as well. I'm going to use focus.
Oh, right. Nice.
So that's a yellow dice.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's not too good. So, any switches be declared?
I've got 2 exclamation marks, so I can nullify a shield from my opponent's roll, but that's not really going to help me, is it really?
Ooh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So your green is going to nullify my critical, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
Because that's logical.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I could use... Oh, no, I can't, can I? No, that's... Sorry, the only switch I can use is that.
To use 2 of those
to nullify
a
a shield.
So my shields are gone. Yep.
Yeah.
Which will leave me with a single success.
Right.
Which can be blocked by your 2 shields.
Mhm.
That leaves you with a success. So you've
Oh, that
actually
one there.
wounded Wild Bill
Right.
by taking away his shield.
Got you.
Yeah, it was stupid Wild Bill. Yes, and now it's Maximus.
Maximus.
Decimus Meridius. What's he doing?
See, I know my Yamato's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's really fast. So I'm not sure whether I want to try and block him off somewhere. Is that either way? He's going to come running in. So do I get Maximus back to the scoring zone?
Could do that.
And then if he comes running in, I can try and see what happens. Because Parvati's very, very weak. And Maximus can take any damage, so I'm going to move him into the scoring zone to there.
Alright.
No, to there actually. Because I'm just thinking then, yeah.
I was thinking.
Burke.
Alright.
No, yeah, now I'm moving him to there so he can try and block. And that's his turn done. There's nothing else. Yeah.
So that's those characters.
Yep.
Next up, Miyamoto for me.
Major Luna for me.
Okay.
So you've got 6 and I'm on 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Okay. Just wait out what's the best way to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Into the scoring zone. That only leaves me with 1 point, so I can't do anything with that.
Okay.
He says. No, I want to
No.
save that.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Right. Oh.
Actually, it doesn't leave me 1 point because I still had a -1 status on, so
Ah, right, okay.
which I'm now getting rid of because I've activated them. So yeah, I couldn't have done it anyway.
Right.
I'm probably just giving away one of the cards that's in my hand. Stupid boy.
Right. Major Luna. She's going to have a crack at Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
Mm.
It is. Okay.
So, she's going to use the cold shot.
Cold shot.
Mm. So that's a red and an orange.
Okay.
And she gets an extra hit anyway.
Okay. Right. So I need. What's his defense? That's his defense. I'm also going to play the block card to get 2 extra. What's this?
Just to get my own back. No.
Oh. Right. I should rely on my dice.
It's alright.
So what's she got? She's got an
She's got an automatic hit. Ooh.
What did you roll there?
A blank and 2 stars.
2 shields. So the automatic hit's going to get through, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
That's another wound on Wild Bill. Nothing back because she's got a shield there, hasn't she?
She has, yeah.
Has she?
Has she?
No, she
No,
hasn't.
she hasn't, so you...
She's got wounded.
Yeah.
She wounded herself, yes. Shoot out the OK Corral, this.
Yeah. So that was 3. I'm just thinking, I've got 2 points of movement left, haven't I?
From Angelina?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to move her somewhere?
I'm thinking about moving her into cover.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
She's got 2 guys with line of sight. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to move her. She's got a movement of 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Move her back this way somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that'll help her. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Righty-ho. Last character, which is Gatta.
And Hexa.
Oh, I see. Right. I will let Hexa go first because I want to see what happens before I move Gatta.
Alright. Hexa's going to use Raid.
She's not, is she? Oh
she
my
is!
God.
She is! Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's using it on Miyamoto?
She is.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. 1 to 4, so she's within
She's in
range.
range already. Yeah. This is 1 point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got a success. Where are you showing him to?
I need to put this down as well. I'm shoving him to there.
Yeah, against the arena wall.
Yeah.
She's got 4 points
4
left.
points
She can move
left.
somewhere.
Yeah, can move. I'll move 2.
So at this point, you're going to score the 3 points.
3
which
points at this
which
round.
will make me the underdog.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be placing the scoring zone.
Yeah.
So
I want to be thinking where you're going to place it.
Well, I've got 2 places which are logical.
I might pull her back towards this way actually. Yeah, so her movement's 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
To there.
Right.
Right?
So Gatta.
Gatta.
Right. So this is where I give away where the scoring zone is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wrong way then.
Well, it doesn't matter if you move this way and put it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I was going to put it. That's why Wild Bill stood where he is.
Yeah.
But I've just decided that's the safest place now for me to put the scoring zone. And that's the end of that turn.
Right.
That was turn 4, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yes.
So we're going to move on to turn 5.
5, yeah. So we distribute points.
Was that turn 4? 3? What are we on? 3.
That was turn 3, wasn't it? We did the first turn, second turn.
So we're on to turn 4.
We are on 4, yeah.
Yeah, we're moving on
This
to 4.
always happens to us.
Yeah.
Even though we've got like a little
Even though
tracker.
we've got a tracker and everything.
Always happens
Well,
to
let's
us.
forget.
Right. So I take 3 of these.
Yeah, you saw 3
tokens.
victory points.
So we're equal again.
Which meaning, because we're equal and you're the underdog, I'll become the underdog.
There you go.
As I knew would happen. And I'll be placing the scoring zone. Yeah.
Alright.
Surprise.
Right. You see, I wasn't sure that you could do that. You could put them in your own
Yeah.
zone.
All of them are
Right.
available for scoring.
I see. That's fine.
Yep. All of them are available for scoring. In this scenario, anyway. Okay.
Alright. So we need to
Yeah,
sort
so
out
we're going to sort
initiative.
out so we'll just stop the camera
Oh.
again and then
Take cards as well.
take cards. You get 2, I get 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Back in on, guys. Okay, so we're back for the start of round 4.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get going. 8 ball.
Parvati.
Okay, so it's equal. And underdog gets to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of where you're going to put the scoring zone next to. So I'm going to move 8 ball to that.
Okay.
And that's literally his turn. He's going to go there.
Right. I want to get Parvati out of there because I don't like how close my Amato is, and knowing how good he is at chopping people up. Parvati's only 3. Thinking before I move, do I heal Maximus for 1?
Yeah.
Then move.
I mean, it takes 2 points to move. If you move him twice, plus 4
It's,
points. Still leaves you with a point to
leave-
heal.
Yeah, so I might heal him before I leave.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So he's down to 1 damage. It's been pretty useful, that medicate.
It has actually, yeah. So
I'm not seeing you use it much before when we've played.
I've not actually, but with him getting injured, I could have done that with Major Lena really, because she's. Anyway, gonna move. So 2 points of movement.
Yeah.
Move 1. So. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Gonna get her to here.
So she's got 2 points left, doesn't she? What's the range on medicate?
0 to 5 actually, so I could heal Major Lena. Let's get it done. No.
Got another point left. Yeah. Just a thought.
Yeah, thank you. Good thought.
No, I just...
Yeah, no, I was contemplating what to do next. I was contemplating whether to use the submachine gun and try and shoot at my Amato. But yeah, that's even better actually. Thank you.
It's alright.
So yeah, that's Parvati.
Okay.
Okay.
Next character then. Got Wild Bill.
Maximus.
What's his initials?
4.
Right, Wild Bill's going to go first.
Okay.
And he's going to move. What's his movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'll do. He's going to move 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So that leaves him with 1 point of movement.
Okay.
Is that right? He was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Don't know whether. I think it's the best. This is the best idea, I think, of the 2 ideas I had. Okay. So he's going to move, shoot, then lose his last movement point.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot at Hexa.
Okay.
Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've miscalculated actually.
Have you?
Yep, good thing I checked that. Right, cancel that. He's going to use both of his movements to move to there.
Okay.
That's it, that's Wild Bill.
Right.
I miscalculated, he was a space out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to my original idea.
Maximus.
Right.
You could wade in and try and sort my Amato out.
Yep, could try and block him.
Yeah. So he's going to move to there to try
Yep.
and block him. And he's got, is it Jotun Shield?
Jotun Shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he gets black dice as well.
I'm going to be playing, what should I do? If that's how you say it. Which means I need a black dice.
Right, I'm going to use...
3 black dice for that.
I'm going
I'll
to
have
use
to re-roll one of them.
focus to get a
Yep.
yellow dice. Oh. Okay.
Yep. Can I borrow that black dice since it
You
didn't
can.
score anything? Thank you.
So you are
Many shields.
Many shields, yeah.
Yeah, so that's blocked.
So that's blocked, yeah.
1 hit went through, but you've blocked that, haven't you? Because you've got your automatic
I've got
block.
my automatic block, yeah. So that was 3. think that's all he can do really. He can't do anything else.
Yep.
So yeah.
Okay, Miyamoto.
Oh right, yeah. Wrong turn.
Right, Miyamoto's going to attack Maximus, so
Okay.
dodging him doesn't seem like a good idea. He's going to be using Ken no Sen. I need one of them, one of them, one of them. So this is 3 points.
Okay.
Okay, what's
He's
right.
got.
I'm going to be using my ability to convert all those shields into damage.
Okay.
So that's 4 damage
Mhm.
and 5 damage.
Right. And I've got 2 shields. But can you not get rid of one of those dice with the critical?
No.
No.
That only works for blocking.
Alright, okay. So
5 damage minus 3 is 2 damage.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I probably should have used. Yeah, that would have made more sense. I think I missed a trick there. I probably should have used my triggers to actually activate Ken no Sen's ability, which is to take another attack, rather than using my own ability to turn them into damage. But I'm going to play. Where is it? Mizudu. Grants me an action point. I've got 2 left,
right.
plus 1, because it's 3.
Mhm.
So it allows me to do Ken no Sen again.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my block ability
Okay.
to get another blue dice.
No, I can't do that again. I don't have that.
So I'll roll these.
Okay.
So can I borrow that
That's
blank? Because I got 2 blue dice.
2 extra blue dice.
Yeah.
To be fair, 1, 2.
Or do I not need it?
I've got 2 damage to you at this point in time, which you blocked.
Right.
You've done 1 damage to me, which can either block or I can do the attack again by spending those. I'm going to take the damage point and do the attack again.
Okay.
So you don't need the blue dice because I've done nothing to you.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So you can use that to get rid of that. Which leaves 1 shield which blocks that. How many hit points has he got left? 4.
4.
There's no point. I was going to use a something, but there's no point.
Right.
Oh, what a waste. Okay.
Okay, so Major Luna.
Yes.
Can she see?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's going to turn around and shoot.
She's going to shoot me a motor.
She's going to shoot me a motor.
Alright.
So, orange and red.
And you.
Yeah.
Does get. No, he doesn't get a cover save because you ignore it.
Yeah.
It's 2 shields, but it doesn't block the critical.
And she's doing another critical. She gets an automatic one.
Just normal.
Yeah, automatic.
Yeah, so that blocks 2 normals. You didn't get any damage anyway, so the critical gets through, causing a wound on Miyamoto.
So that was 3 that she's got. She's got suppressive fire that she can use for 2.
Yeah? Who's in range?
Suppressive fire. 3 to 8 is suppressive fire.
Yep.
So I'll use suppressive fire. So I need orange and yellow.
So that's 1 damage coming back at you, which you block, and I block the damage coming at me because you've got an extra 1 on you, so that's blocked. You do have 2 exclamation marks.
Yeah, which I can nullify one of the shields. Or the switch on suppressive fire is a shield and exclamation mark, and flick 1 damage to the target.
Bear in mind, if you lose your shield, you'll get damage inflicted on you.
Oh, that's true.
But it's weighing up whether you want to damage Miyamoto and take a damage, or what. He's got 2 wounds, he's got 4 in total. I'll take him down to having 1 left.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage each?
Damage each. Yeah.
So he's technically inflicted damage, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right, he's going to displace himself to that one.
Right. Okay.
Okay, yeah, last character.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Gata and Hexa.
Hexa.
I shall let Hexa go first.
Okay. See what Hexa can do. I think about this.
If you don't want to do anything, just pass.
I think I'll just pass actually. There's nothing that I think she can really do.
Of use.
Yeah. But I can see anyway.
Gata's going to pass because she needs to be stood where she is.
Yeah.
What I will do though is I'll just move it
To there.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, at the end of that round,
You get.
I get 3 more victory points.
How many victory
7.
points? Oh.
And 1 more to win the game, or have more at the end of the turn. You know, so either way we're going into the 5th turn.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're the underdog.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll put it on to 5 because we know we're going on to the 5th turn.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1 card, I get 2.
Okay.
Okay, and as you are the underdog, you get to place the scoring zone. Where will it be?
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so now we're back to the deciding, the planning phase.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stop the camera. See you guys in a second. Okay, so we're back.
Mm-hmm.
We've done our planning phase.
Yep.
Right. So let's see who goes first. 8-ball.
Luna.
So she got higher initiative, hasn't she?
She's 5, yeah.
What's she doing?
She's going to wander back into the scoring zone because I'm thinking, well, Bill might wander across. So she's going to pull back. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Should you do anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Really? Okay. Right. So I've been in a quandary. Wrapped in a dilemma. What do I do with 8-ball? Right, I've got an idea. It's not a great idea, but it'll do. 1, 2. Right. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and he's going to tell Maximus to eat his Vajing.
Okay.
So I'll take him down to 4 points. Eat my Vajing. Where's the old dice gone in there? Was it for his attack? One of them. Right. Okay. So you can
I've got
nullify.
3 shields.
So you can nullify dice, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're gonna nullify one.
Yeah.
So literally nothing happens. I was gonna try and shove him out of the way, so me and Mark would have a open run at things, but that stopped that. Okay. Next character.
Next character.
Already.
Oh,
Gata.
yeah. Angelina moved, didn't she? Parvati.
Parvati. Okay.
So Gata's got the highest.
Gata gets to choose. Gata's going to let Parvati go first. See what she does.
Parvati is going to move 2. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Yep.
She's also going to, for 1, heal Major Luna, if she can. Nope. She's going to try again.
Yep.
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 And she's going to do it one more time because she's got one more left.
Yep.
Yeah. So Major Luna's
all
healed up.
Yeah.
And that's Parvati's turn done.
Yep. Oh, gata. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's literally all I'm going to do with a bit of a pointless thing, but should move her. Next character.
Maximus.
Wild Bill.
And before my character's activation, I have this Catch Your Breath, which is at the beginning of any character's activation, draw 2 tactics.
Go for it.
So that's the card.
I had to get rid of mine in the first turn because it tells me I had to.
Oh, right.
It was the one that I traded in. Okay.
Okay.
Have you got any tactics?
Yes, I have.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or should I have had that sooner?
Right. So
Right.
what's Maximus doing?
Maximus is going to try and smack my Yamato in the face with his Jotun shield.
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
Nice.
It's up for defence, green. Not bad, isn't it? Can help me, come on. Not really. Yeah, you've killed him. You've got 1 hit through.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Oh.
Stake yourself a frag token.
Frag token.
It complicates matters.
So that's 3 that he's got there. And he's got 2 more action points left.
Yeah.
So he could move back, but he's not going to get anywhere, so I'll just move him back anyway. 4, 5, he's going to get to there. And that's his turn done.
Right. I suppose it's Wild Bill's time to shine, we hope. It's going to go very, very well. So, you've got a movement of 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go 1, 2, leaving him with 2 movement points.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll put it on 2.
Yep.
Don't remember he's got 2. And that's use up 2 of his action points.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pull out his pistols.
Yep.
He's going to be shooting Parvati in the face,
Okay.
which will use up the rest of his points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be using the Ace of Diamonds card.
I'm going to use 4 rolls and critical block and switches. Reroll 1 of your dice.
Yep.
Before rolls, critical block and switches.
Yeah, we've not rolled the dice yet, so
Right.
you don't need to declare you're using that yet.
Alright, okay.
Because you might not need to.
Oh,
So,
I'll
but yeah.
put it there anyway. So what's mine? I need a green.
So 1 automatic success.
Right.
Plus a lot of dice. So it's that.
Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it's probably not worth me using that, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
they're a waste.
Yeah.
You've blocked 2, which
2,
is 5 damage.
5, so you've killed her. You've sent her out.
Yep.
Yep.
He's also going to use all of those nasty exclamation marks to perform the attack again.
On.
But this time he'll use that. Because he used the card. Major Lena, I think.
Alright, so you need a frag die, a frag token.
Yeah. Frag token.
I need some of those. What does she get? Green and the blue.
That's 3 blocked, no damage, another thing.
Alright.
So his last bit movement moves into the... because he can't get anywhere else.
Okay.
I don't think... No. Well, you know, it could have been worse. That
Could be.
At least it probably means I won't lose. Maybe.
It'll be a draw.
Who knows? There's still characters to go, isn't there?
Mm.
Which is Miyamoto, who is dead.
And Hexa.
Hexa, who isn't.
So...
How many points is that contender? 3 points to use contender. Right, so, yeah.
Yeah, so... She's going to use Raid Retro on Maximus
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
to try and get him into the scoring zone if she can.
If you want.
No.
4 points left.
I'll try again.
Yep.
Yep. So she's moved him to there.
Yep.
One more go.
Yep.
No.
Didn't matter anyway.
So she's going to say, blow it, I'm going to wander in myself.
Yep.
To there.
Yep. Okay, so at the end of that round, you will score 3 victory points. Which is the end of the game as well. Actually, that's ended in a draw.
It has actually,
Because
yeah.
you just scored 3, which gives you to 7 victory points.
Yeah.
I've got 7 victory points.
And we've both
We
got
both
2
have
tokens.
2 frag tokens. How did you work it out?
I just...
Must be another deciding factor at the end of the game. Where is it? 1 second, guys. We'll just look up and make sure. Yep, so just check the assault scenarios. In case of a tie, the winner is the player with the most frag tokens. We've both got 2 frag tokens.
So it's a tie.
Yep, it's a tie. It's a pity that at the end that Hexa had no attacks because Wildville only had 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was trying to do was trying to get Maximus in so I could have had 3 people in. If I could have moved Raid Retroed him in, then Hexa with the last 2 movement points could have moved in.
I was actually trying to do what I did, getting enough points to use twin pistols twice.
So you were trying
and
to kill
Major Luna, get an extra frag point, and because I knew he couldn't make it in. It was just a case of trying to do much damage there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Miyamoto died as well.
Yeah.
So that gave you the frag point. Because my initial thing was just to kill one of the guys. Because I knew, well, they'll probably had it in with that card to kill one.
Yeah.
And I get an extra frag point and then win. Because I knew it was going to be a draw at the end with the victory points. But there we go. That is basically Aristeia. It's a very good game. And that's just with the starter set.
Yeah.
We've played it loads of times. I've won, Claire's won. If you play this, every time you've played this scenario though, it's always ended in a draw. Because that first turn's planned out for you. And it already starts as a draw. It's better just playing it from the start. Obviously.
It is really.
But I do recommend you guys, if you do get this, to go through the starter scenario, get used to the rules. We've shown you most of the rules, to be honest. There's not a lot of other things because it's easy to get into. It's a really easy game to get into.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're looking forward to new characters coming out as well. The Soldiers of Fortune box set, which is advertised on the back of there as well. But I think I've seen the models on one of the websites. Deadpool, yeah. Valkyrie's cool.
Yes.
Like Valkyrie. So that would basically be a team on their own, or you can mix and match them. Actually, I did say that before, didn't I? So when you're creating a custom team, you can basically choose, and if you've got a copy of the game and your friend's got a copy of the game, you just choose any 4 characters you want, and then you decide who's the underdog by adding up the initiatives.
So you can have like 2 Miyamotos on the
on
the board.
You can have Miyamoto. I can have Miyamoto. You can't have 2 yourself.
No, but each player can have.
Each player could have one. Or you can use the draft rule, which is basically you get all the characters that are available to both of you, put them on one side, flip a coin. Whoever goes first drafts a player, then the other person drafts a player, then the other person.
We actually did that.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't do the flipping a coin, but we did the right. You choose, I choose.
If you've only got one set of characters, it's a good way to make sure someone doesn't hog all the good characters.
Yeah.
Because there's honestly, they're all good.
All of them are good. I mean, we tried a game where I just had like Wild Bill.
To be honest, up to that game, Wild Bill's been the weakest character I've used.
He's been really good though.
But he nearly won that for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
if he just killed that Major Luna as well, he could have won that game for me. Yeah. But at least he did kill someone and make it a draw, otherwise I'd have lost. Yeah. So he was probably one of the most valuable characters to me. Gat is amazing because she's fast. 8-Ball's a good tank. Maximus is a better tank, but 8-Ball also has displace abilities. But the best version of displace abilities is one of my favourite characters, is Hexa. Yeah. Because she can control the game if she's in the right place.
She's great as a healer. I mean, that's the first time I've ever used her as a healer.
I've noticed that. I think you used her once, but you really used her to heal a lot in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the submachine guns akimbo, it's good if you can get it in the right...
She definitely out Maximus her, because obviously if he'd taken all the damage, Miyamoto probably could have killed him.
Yeah.
Before that. And if he'd had more damage on him, I would have put more cards into trying to kill him.
Yeah, I was so lucky I managed to heal Luna back to 3 points again because she was on 2 and all you needed to do was Wild Bill was just come around and shoot her and she'd have gone.
And again, if you got more damage on a character, and she's the only one out of all this that can heal.
Yes, she is.
Miyamoto is very good in combat. I don't think he didn't really shine as much as he normally does. Probably, no. I missed a few tricks in him, I think, being able to damage and move. But it's hard to pick a favourite. I do like Hexa, even though she's not on my team. But every character that I've got here... She has been
on your team?
Yeah. I've used her and I've used a pretty good effect actually. She worked really well. But these are quite balanced teams because you've got basically a tank in both teams. Yeah. And then you've got someone who can displace 8-Ball and Hex can displace it. Gata's very fast and moving around.
The only thing
didn't really get much chance to really
use her full potential. I mean, the thing with I think Gata and Parvati kind of offset each other. I mean, I know you don't have a healer, but you've got someone who's very fast. Yeah. In your team, where I've got the healing ability kind of thing, and obviously with Hexa moving, being able to displace people.
It'll be interesting to see what the new characters are like when they come out.
Yeah.
But that's Aristeia, and this is Pantheon of the Geeks, and we're back, and we're going to be doing some more videos. We've got a bunch more board games we've been playing. Battle for Rukugan, which is another I can never say. Tokaido.
Tokaido, we've got Tokaido.
And one of my Christmas presents, we've got Fallout, the board game, which is awesome.
It is,
so
actually.
I look forward to showing you that. I've also got One Deck Dungeons, which I haven't played yet, but I've been told it's very good. So, those will be coming up on the channel, so stay tuned for those. Yeah. And please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. And we'll be back with you again soon.
See you soon.
Take care, guys.
Bye.